map here today. We go to their domain, Anubis, their map choice, and BB have opted to start on the T side to set that tempo, that pace. Let's see how they tuck it out. Are they a bit tired? Are they ready to go, is it?
Oh, I love that. An early jump straight for info. They know B's not occupied, and early steps in mid. Util sailing through. 2 to receive them.
It's an ace split, so that temple smoke's just landed,
yeah,
and
but
quickly darting in.
I mean, Electronic has to worry about late main, but they have to worry about this. Nice pick. Actually, Axel has contributed an awful lot with Electronic's help. They're 2-man holding this site. Finally, Zorti arrives from main. They might get that bomb down after all.
They might want to get out of there. They're still going to try and punch in the digits. This retake on its way, goose through the wall. Not much damage at all.
Yeah, he's all right, and it's Chiron's clicks that are really leveling them out here. No bullets. Have they got a chance? Zorti, what have you got for us? Oh, a nice first, but Boomich, immediate trade. And he will leave with the round and the dualies.
Now, that biggest issue there on the split was there was no A-main pressure, which meant that both Electronic and Axel were able to turn their attentions towards the individuals coming in through camera. What was Chiron just thinking or saying there? What was that look?
I reckon he was saying the A-main pressure was late.
You see this, they're just both posting up and taking the fights before Zorti got there, and then a nice one for Boomich to finish. Another 1v1.
Yeah, but you can see, as you've highlighted, you can see as you've highlighted the difference. Has he got plus W on his arm as well? That's the Chiron adage.
Oh, really?
Yeah, plus W.
I use that as banter in my face-up pugs when people are just being absolute pod bots. Well, no, they're not actually. They're slapping me around the server with their aim, just holding W.
What do you make of this buy for a second round from BB? You got the bomb down.
It makes a lot of sense.
It's nice.
I like to see these investments. They haven't gone Galils across the board. They've actually opted to get the AKs out to play for Siren and Chiron, who have both had plenty of practice considering how long that last map went, and they're both searching immediately over towards the weakest piece of the Cloud9 puzzle. His name's Axel.
And that HE might slow them down. Chiron. Woof. Okay, they've warded him off. The smoke lands, and so did the nades. You can see Chiron down to 40.
Look at the rotation it's forced here. You can see there's nobody left over towards that B bomb site, so very fearful of this play. They'd all dropped back. It's just Hobbit responding, so there has been a gap over towards Connector throughout this time. They haven't been able to fill that area of the map, BB, but there's always an option, as we can see, with the X-ray. Siren starting to get a bit inquisitive. So is Perfecto. He's also hedging back over towards B. So Cloud9 know they've given up this space. They need to be careful as they go into clear.
Pillar clear.
Oh, well timed. Isn't that beautiful? Look at the clock, 35 seconds.
Now Boomich surge.
Have to finish A.
Oh, he just caught the bomb.
Oh, he's just come back. Chiron's just come back. They're rotating A.
Oh, it's misinfo. It's bad info. Hobbit still second guessing it, selling it with a frag. That's big from Nafany. A second would really sell it. Axel's gone too.
No way.
And the bomb into B, completely scot-free.
They don't know it's open right now. Nafany's taking more fights. He'll be calling that there's bodies over towards this A side.
Boomich has worked it out. Boomich has worked it out. Now he's in a prime position to catch Nafany on retreat and be quick to dark. Flash. Chiron swallowed it.
He's lost.
He's going to have to hide. Just tuck in. Play the low H. Play the time. The time is on your
It's on the Siren jewel.
Yeah, Perfecto's coming in. Oh, Perfecto further forward than he may anticipate. Loud about this, clearing Chiron out nice and easy. Siren has won that duel onto Perfecto, so now has temple control. Zorti cleared out as well. Good awareness, and it is a Cloud9 round. Recovered, and Big Boom to thank. 3 frags on the way in.
Yeah, it was almost him who was the, well, conveyor of misinformation.
Yeah, man.
So, look, if I'm BB, I feel like I've misplayed that late. I think that flash, it did an awful lot more than it should have, because Chiron felt so committed that he wasn't able to back off from that position, but he had more than enough wiggle room. Siren trying to fight out from Temple, lockdown from Jail, Diffuse comes in, and Boomich is having some great impact.
Yeah, and you saw the impact of Chiron's position on Zorti. He just ended up having to tuck into Glyph and pray, as it gave him 2 1v1s.
Well, close round, another plant, another buy, and again, looking to apply some pressure.
Look at that CT smoke.
Yeah, a rug smoke deployed. This is going to cancel plans. BB tried to cotton off the sightlines of middle and Connector with 2 smokes of their own out of spawn. And I think Nafany needs to brave this. He has to.
He's through. Electronic gives up mid.
This is a great timing. Electronic's about to get a bit of a fright. He's going to just... Oh, he's still throwing nades. He has no idea how close they are, Alex.
Yeah, this is a complete window of opportunity for BB to get on the board. Now Loud, Electronic calls for help. He sprays down one, but it's into the A site. Just the one casualty. BB have the bomb down. Might be a save call. What do you think?
It should be, considering the financial situation. Perfecto's already off in towards T-spawn. That B main push came just as the hit through camera, so it was a little bit unfortunate with the info for C9, and I think it all comes down to the timing of that smoke. You throw it, we know it's not a wall, but if you're Electronic, you're not expecting players just to brave their way through. So Nafany, by showing his balls, takes a massive timing and essentially helps them secure the round with that. And this is one of the keys with the space makers. You know, when Nafany's running through smokes and he just dies, it looks stupid, right? But when he finds that gap and they're able to secure a round off the back of it, that's him making a very brazen decision in that moment, but a necessary one considering the circumstances. They were blocked with their initial call, which was to head towards Rugs, towards A. There was that smoke that was lobbed out early.
I mean, and that's an indicator of a real IGL round in the sense of your first plan was scrapped. You immediately pivoted, and you're at the front of that pivot.
I'll ask you this question as well. If you see a rug smoke, what do you think's happening? Right? Why are they
pushing A main?
Yeah, right. So if you think that they're heavy over towards A, maybe mid's a little bit weaker. You would normally get the crunch through connector and the A push. You know, mid players like to be quite aggressive, pick out that window in towards the connector, in towards the water position, but they already had that space. Dropping a couple of MP9, so already in the thick of the gun rounds. Lurk smoke deployed here from Nafany.
Yeah, a little bit of a fakeroony. But with Siren's presence dark, with the smoke already thrown by Nafany.
We know how that smoke works, right? It just segregates the sight lines for these two B defenders of Hobbit and Perfecto, who already are tasked with an awful lot. B can feel like quite the sight, but look at this gravitating towards mid. 3 bodies, all straight in. Chiron just cracks it open.
Plus W. And now, yeah, they are pushing through. Nafany's heard it. Adjusts to an angle he can work with. Works well with the Galil. A second asking too much of him.
A's open.
Yeah, and they're so far away, admittedly with a man up. And look at their util, dude. They've got a smoke double molly. Some flashes for good measure.
Doesn't look like there's a diffuse. Oh, no, one's just been picked up. Perfecto's just grabbed
Danis, this is really important, and he's found it. Electronic was so far ahead of the pack. He's managed to isolate that duel with a forward position. And now it's a 2-on-2. Those Molotovs we mentioned, still one available. Zorti will get that down, rock the clock further. Oh, might be run through. They're disrespecting it. Flashed in the flames, and he's gone.
That was their own flash as well, wasn't it?
I think it must have been.
One forward?
They still have all of their flashes. There was 3 flashes on Danis and Zorti.
That looks a little bit awkward, doesn't it? But reactions, this is what Anubis is all about, right? Playing for info, pushing forward, they congregate mid, they swarm as Chiron comes in towards B. So this is the Chiron entry, using that lurk smoke, right, which opens up his entry points in towards the site. You pointed it out, but Danis, that is a key kill to make, and Axel completely blind just melts, and that is going to be a 2v3 advantage, and Chiron knows what that means. Sit down, he says. I know what that one definitely translates to, is they have forced Cloud9 down to an eco. The key in this round is just going to be the Boomich flash. You can see him just holding this through the doors, so if there wasn't he leering pushes, he could lob that one through. Nafany trying to soften them up as Siren flushes one out.
That's an open invite now to be. Siren might go looking.
Flash, there
Nafany, not blind and not really sweating as he just handled these unarmored adversaries.
Beautiful. Faded that out. I don't know if it was intentional or not, but it looked fantastic, didn't it? And they give up one casualty, but it will just be the Mach 10. Boomich's position is down noted, and Zorti, he's coming. He's seen your toes.
Yep. Oh my god. Oh my god. I love Boomich's gameplay right now.
Hi.
Hi.
How's that one feel? Guess what? That's an awful lot of extra cash for Mr. Boomich. If the AWP comes out off the back of that.
Yo, and he gets another CT entry.
Oh, okay. He just bought the AWP. He just bought the AWP.
Well handled by Nafany mid.
Zorti, just so horny for that kill. Hard clearing his corners and the knife right between the shoulder blades. Put down.
That's cool. It was a bit weird. I was like, I don't think Boomich is reacting to loud footsteps, but he worked it out. Wow, very cool move. Gets some extra cash, gets that AWP in his hands. Wouldn't have been possible otherwise. Siren, loud about his presence early towards main.
He's going to obscure the view of Boomich's AWP with this util, so the molly for anybody close, the smoke to remove the fountain line of sight. And Boomich may as well rotate elsewhere and leave this up to Axel. Kept the feet planted for now. Chiron
boosted up.
Yeah, using that elevated position to deal with any mid-aggression. Might be a flash in towards connector, and 3 players now reside on B.
Double dark setup. Hobbit welcoming this duel. It's Siren aim dueling with him. Siren steps in, misses his first shot, and Hobbit will punish. So opening duel goes the way of C9. And for Hobbit wants a bit more. He actually flashes himself to confirm. Canal's quiet. Chiron could be close, and Chiron sharp. Sharp as attack. Wait, may not anticipate electronic, but the molly might flush him out all the same. Nafany through mid. Opportunity. You can see he's got his knife out, wanting to flank B.
Need to wait for Nafany.
Wait, is Perfecto reacting to this? Yeah, he's aware. He's aware.
That's a team smoke.
It is. And Nafany might be flanked by Axar as well.
Dead.
He's a dead man. Yeah, that smoke limited his options. And now Danis needs to get out of there. This one falling flat until Zorti racks up one. And just holding in, does hit a cracking Glock headshot. In a 1v2 that's not impossible, but not favorable. Boomich is posted. Ooh, he suspects him. He peeks him. He misses the no-scope. Nade on the nose. And it is a Boomich finish and a C9 round.
All right, did get dicey there for a moment, but Nafany just getting caught. I was wondering how he wanted to contribute in towards that round with the mid-lurk, because it felt like there was not going to head towards A. If they did, it would have made steps. That rotation would have beaten them. Was Chiron unable to deal with that as... Yeah, there's Nafany just walking through the temple smoke, looking a little bit silly.
Yeah, good eyes on Axel to spot that on his very, very small angle.
So he wants to fight this. So Molly knows he's stuck over towards the jail position. Nade on the toes. Doesn't really get anything done at all. And Boomich gets to take another pick. So Danis offers himself up, and Boomich, agile.
I love it. The Boomich AWP has been a real factor for C9 CT sides.
Well, they've just exchanged smoke, so trying to negate this lurk smoke.
He's opted for jail, which is the right decision. That's the gap, and Hobbit's the one that's trying to fill it. Now fires off a warning shot. Perfecto, though. Oh, okay. I was going to say, gets an easy one. Nearly ran away from him for a moment there, but now a 2-kill discrepancy.
Siren's turn on A main.
Oh, they've actually equalized just like that. Yeah, Siren caught by Axal, but B site is just defended by Hobbit right now. Zorti, going to be able to get that bomb down uncontested. It's Hobbit towards the Ivy position. Electronic and Axal crawling in.
Do they wait for Electronic, or does he drop down?
That's the question. That is the question.
Drop down.
Oh, Zorti can't touch his keyboard
He's
right
stuck.
now. Yeah, Chiron can try and bail him out, but they have to worry about so many different angles. It's coming from dark as well. Chiron, he knows what's up, and yeah, finished nicely. C9 starting to get into the flow state now.
Yeah, you can see just no comfortable post-plant positions available for BB on the site, so Hobbit's presence limited that. Should be able to find himself an upgrade after the defuse, and will do. Scavengers up the AWP to put back in the hands of Boomich. And this was the opener. You're surprised to see Danis taking that fight. You'd think that they would have been able to work out collectively how to deal with Boomich's position. But yeah, just not able to really plant themselves in fortified positions, and it will be a tactical timeout called in a shine on the mic. The money situation is something that needs to be discussed. With the loss bonus going into the next 2,400, I expect to see some lighter investments, just bringing them all around that 2K mark. 3K. Oh,
that's not so light.
No, so wanting to limit the finances. The word's been to Hobbit. Not sure what the dialogue is. Let us know what you think about Hobbit's new haircut. Growing out those luscious locks. Very anime-esque. Looking trendy.
Does look trendy. And as you can see, what we were highlighting, the approach is interesting. It's a couple of backup Kevlars and an AK.
You'd like to get something out of this, right? A kill or two, a bomb plant would be fantastic. You want to just make sure, because they're aware that the CT finances are not sitting too pretty. A flash at the ready for Nafany to try and...
Oh, that's beautiful from Exile. We'll check on the total, but a lot of damage done, and implication is that Boomich, yeah, won't be there. Siren punished. Chiron recovers, gets away with the AK. And now, yeah, we can see this kind of indecision. Lots of map territory potentially taken. Boomich actually happy to just reposition and get that info main side, so you're really just going to have to reset back to spawn, back where it all began.
And if they stuck to their guns, they might have actually been able to overwhelm Boomich, who has just stayed towards Fountain. It's going to be 3 plucky riflers, the B defenders of Overpass.
Yeah, and I wouldn't want to get through this trio. I mean, you got Hobbit, Perfecto, and Electronic on B. It's hard with rifles, never mind with just pistols. Get to see their synergy on this defense.
Hobbit through.
Yep. Oh, actually, looking the wrong way. And 2 frags into the site. If they can get past Perfecto, there may be a bomb plant still. He's got the bomb, but he's got to deal with Axile already at the back of Glyph. And yeah, Axile swings on out, collects the frag. And C9 up to 5 on the CT side. This is already an impressive haul.
Yeah, but they didn't get the plant, and the only one that is really going to cause issues for in the buy department is Nafany. The fact that they did the damage is what we were talking about in terms of limiting the CT finances. The rebuys will have to come through. And it is Nafany operating with a Tech 9, the rest with AK-47s. But really unable to deal with Boomich on the AWP, which is really like not something I thought I would be saying. Bubsky even siding that Mantu's performance against Cloud9 over there at Blast, where he's able to just drop bombs on them. Oh, they're exploding.
And he's hitting. Boomich nearly gets 2. Still holds on, still provides 10 frags total already. I like this opportunity from Nafany. They've just rotated off in the chaos. Axile might be regretting that. With all this space Nafany now has. The molly implies he's heading to A. And it's wide open for the taking. Straight to beach for Axile. And that gap, I mean, look at the bomb. It's so far away.
Yeah, I hate this type of rotation. It's great that Nafany has this space, and he's going to force them to head over towards that side of the map. But the thing is, there's a lot of a gauntlet that Siren has to run to be able to even get to this point. Have they pushed through water? Like, have they pushed out connector? And Nafany taking the fight. That could be the difference maker. Does eventually go down. The bomb will get ushered in.
He's done a lot there, though.
They have 2 smokes and a molly. You know, drop at least some of the utility.
Yeah, but I think Zorti likes this element of surprise. Pushed up Cam side. Smoke from Siren's ahead of it. This could be a bait. Hobbit, how ready are you? Oh, Zorti was the one caught off. Gets away with his life. A 2v3. Has Nafany done enough to get BB back on the board?
They're all rotating through beach. It's going to all be through heaven.
Yeah. They have a smoke. If you get that smoke on heaven, it'll be huge.
He's going for camera.
Okay, awkward now. Very uncomfortable. It's just a 1v3 for Zorti right now, unless main can get involved. Maybe it can from heaven. 1, 2 on the spray. They've done it. BB close. And Nafany will be very happy with that one. What a recovered round.
Yeah, it is ideal that BB just didn't all just try and run over towards that A site. They took their time, they used that space, and Nafany getting one of those kills over towards heaven as they were trying to encroach was key because they didn't continue to take that space expecting more. So actually the lurk paying off for Nafany this time round. Here's the impact frag. He obviously did a lot with the space, and then Zorti just mowing them down. And his presence with that little smoke play over towards camera as well, playing ahead of it, they didn't even want to risk that. They were too scared to head through middle, thought the reroute would have been the better option. If BB can win this one, Alex, they can break the finances and get themselves up to 6. Important round here.
And already, Chiron, he's knocking on B. Testing them, tagging them, Hobbit. Brought down to 39, and now Danis is ready to start taking these Angels. A smoke temple, and a spot on Perfecto. A headshot to Boom, a good shot back. Boomich, just as the smoke plumes, leaping through, cost him his life. He was trying to help out, and maybe they overlook Hobbit. Maybe, not anymore. Good work from Chiron.
They're playing for exits, or are they giving this one a go? Electronics here quite quickly.
Well, like you highlighted, I mean, this is back to nasty eco.
Nafany's waltzed into this.
That's one.
Hang around, they might be able to find themselves that AK as it blows out the door. Electronic would love to get his mitts on this, and Axile's gone wandering elsewhere. So what can Cloud9 carry into the next? That is the conversation for round number 11. Jeez. Chiron expecting nobody to be home. Electronic will survive the bomb blast, and well, that is an AK that they... Oh, Axile got the AWP.
Huh?
Axile was able to get the AWP. So
that's why he was through mid.
Yeah, okay. That's actually a huge salvaged...
He went all the way around just to try and find it again.
That's massive. They now have an AWP and an AK to operate with, so there are going to be a few more problems for BB.
And in a game where the bomb radius is usually crazy, Anubis are the exception. They just managed to play that so well, and actually quite a threatening and imposing presence from these two. Whoops.
Yeah, that's going to happen.
Fine. It's fine.
I don't know if they'll be expecting the AWP at all. This could catch them off guard. They'll clear the smoke top mid, and the AK lies on the other side.
Oh, Nathaniel. Damn, brought very low by that move from Hobbit, and that's
Didn't even get to pull the trigger.
tough one for Electronic. Yeah, Chiron, he's very comfortable right now.
Boomich is in connector, so they can completely circumnavigate him. Don't even have to worry about his position.
Should be fine. Bomb disconnected from the pack, but mid controlled theirs, and a body shot from that Deagle. Safe routing from Danis, so the AWP is a non-factor, a non-issue.
Axel dead through the smoke, so...
Yeah, 6 is theirs. It's, I mean, it's still... Is it still as T-biased as it has been? You know, are we still expecting T-sides to leave with the lead? Or have CTs found solutions to some of the initial problems?
I think the CTs, it's just about finding these timings on their types of aggressions, right? When you lose one area, taking the other and seeing if you can either just get that space for free or isolate that one individual trying to anchor down that side of the map. Because I think for the Ts, if they use their utility correctly, mid-control can be theirs, right? You're talking double mollies, one doors, one in towards the window, using right flashes, then they have to play a bit more passive. You're seeing CTs scuttling out of smoke in the middle of mid now, trying to create that wall. But I think the Ts can always apply a lot more pressure across this map. And it's up to the CTs to have coordinated reactions, or everybody knowing when they need to be able to react to take that space and isolate those jewels. So you need to be very in tune on a map like this to the information that is coming your way. You need to be on point. You can't be calling 3B when you've only spotted 2, and then your teammate pushes out somewhere and dies because you've relayed bad information. Everything needs to really be on point for the CTs to capitalize. And there's also out the gates, right? We saw from Cloud9 already that rug smoke. Well, a rug smoke, a stairs molly, aggression towards middle, right? You're pushing out. But there's so many options of where you can find these aggressive maneuvers. It just comes down to that perfect timing, which never easy to find.
Yeah, I mean, it comes in art in itself. Still looking to leave with the lead, RBB. Everyone's equipped on both sides of the server. Electronic, forward position in mid. Doesn't want to give it up this time. Axile, a little bit of a bait. Yeah, perfect. It works to perfection. Chiron. Oh, caught, but Axile builds upon it. Boomich, a nice off angle. Not ready for that was Siren. This one is just being putted across the line. Danis and Zorti remaining for BB, but the casualties have accumulated. Nice work from Danis. Baits out the shots. Ooh, had a chance onto Perfecto, but doesn't quite go his way.
And bomb down now. This is their round.
Yeah. Especially with this power position from Hobbit. He can arrive as soon as Zorti shows himself or takes a shot. That flank is swift. So we'll just watch as this 6th round is secure. Zorti's starting to make a little bit of noise. He unscopes. And he has at least become aware of Hobbit's position. Hits his shot, and Nade could finish him off, you know. Or not. The Z-axis and all that. 6-6 on the half. C9 want to take us the distance in this battle for survival. A battle to stay in the run-in for IEM Katowice 2024 groups.
Little thing in the party. Everybody know where to find me. I just want a good time, good night. Hopping in the front of the whip, living fast like some all day old, it's crazy. And the girl with my baby. You a whole shit, girl, just the way I got my mouth. It's a job to my night. Baby, your secret's safe with me. I know you love that here. So pretty, please come join me. Baby, come play with fire. This heat will get you higher. You need a little spice, that was happy. Can't help it, I'm a player. I know you love the danger. You know I got the spice, that was happy. bit when I serve it up right. Joe, oh my, anyone it all like. Most so no, got my what you like. More top and outside, baby, take a big bite. Go no, calice, I got best. Oh, send, I'm breaking this way. Turn it up like 100 degrees. I've been looking for the one that can handle all this heat. Baby, your secret's safe with me. I know you love that heat. So pretty, please come try me. Baby, come play with fire. This heat will get you higher. You need a little spice that was savvy. Can't help it, I'm a player. I know you love the danger. You know I got the spice that was savvy.
6-6 on the half. Cloud9 must win their map pick if they want to stay in the running of IEM Katowice 2024. Eyes on the group stage. Elimination match and BB managing to post 6 on their T side of Anubis. Not the best, not the worst, but I've got the best right next to me. We've got Chatty B in the house, and we got BB on the CT.
Yeah, this was the same halftime scoreline as we had on Overpass. Let's see if we go into as many overtimes as...
What was it? Quad OT?
It was too many, I think, is the only answer. As U2 has been deployed and dropped outside of the B bomb site. So you can see this little nest egg with the bomb. You've got a smoke, you got a flash, you got a molly. Making sure you don't give that one up to any aggressive maneuvers is Perfecto. Currently tasked with watching the B, pushing his little slither gap that he is opting to hold. Axile watching A. You've got already Hobbit up close and personal, as highlighted just moments ago by Jakey, towards the connector position. And now that util will be scooped. Flashes, the smoke, the molly. Where will they be deployed? Well, Electronic has one as well. Do they want to try and cotton off the front of the site, or do they want to go a little bit deeper, CT and Temple? Or do they want to go left and right of the obelisk? Left and right of the obelisk it is.
Okay, well, Chiron's got a choice in front of him. Opts to spam, P2K user.
There's 4 of them here.
Yeah. I mean, they are going to have to find an angle somewhere over these smokes, and it's actually Boomich. Oh, landing shots. Bomb being planted. Still a 5-on-5 as it's Electronic. Draws first blood through the smoke. It's a massacre from Electronic.
Oh, beautifully put together set piece.
That's a chef's kiss.
Ah, you love it. The molly lands. He knows exactly how to exploit it. Gets himself up on towards the platform. They don't think they're going to be pushing into their own bottle of flames. Round over, 7 secure, and Axile, he's already on the hunt. He's completely under the lockdown if they even tried to fall back to save. Electronic continues to chip away. Nafany will give over another $300 as Siren wants to hold on to his investment.
Yeah, his tank set up.
He is a dead man walking.
You wouldn't.
It's not. And you shouldn't.
You shouldn't. Well, gonna try and smile about that one.
Yeah, because, yeah. Now if you're Siren, you could buy a Famous and have Kevlar.
You could.
There it is. So this is what we were talking about, right? You see this molly, Electronic immediately. Oh, look at this. The ops team knows exactly what they're doing, don't they? So the molly premeditated on the throw. He jumps up,
so good.
creeps through their smoke, plays behind the flames, comes out, not ready for it at all.
Wow. And that's a product of the new interactions with the smokes and Molotovs as well. Just finds that perfect safe spot, safe haven with vision. Man.
Well, Siren does have a Famous and a Kevlar, so...
And they are coming towards A main early. I think Axile was flirting with it, maybe just looking to present some sound cues, bait some util.
Axile just a shadow of himself, unfortunately. Applying some pressure with the steps and splish splash with the water has forced a smoke out of the A defenders. 3-2 split of BB's defense is about to get a bit of a shock. Here they come.
Oh, yeah, that's not gone well for Nafany nor Chiron. Danis gets at least the one. It would have loved that instant adjustment, unable to present it. And now, yeah, Siren and Zorti have got the unenviable task of trying to save what they've got.
Cloud9 securing 8 and most likely 9. So I think it'll be 4 rounds away from securing this. And it will be a tough battle back in for BB. We do have map number 3 of Ancient, which will be required if Cloud9 are able to make good on their promise for map number 2. If the video you missed it, BetBoom removed Inferno, Cloud9 removed Vertigo, BetBoom picked Overpass, Cloud9 picked Anubis, BetBoom removed Nuke, which they have been having a lot of struggles on recently. I think they have 4 in a row as far as losses are concerned, and they did have that Eternal Fire blowout where they started on the CT side and they managed 1 round to end up losing that map 13-1 to put them down to, well, this elimination game here at the IEM Katowice 2024 play-ins.
Yeah.
Cloud9 then removed Mirage, and then Ancient, the 3rd and deciding map of the series.
I have to continue to sing the praises of Boomich. Not only is he posting 14 frags alongside Perfecto, but both of them have been doing incredibly well so far with the kills assisted or traded. 100% from Boomich so far in this half.
He's been having a lot of impact throughout this series so far, Boomich. I have to post some credit to him. I didn't know if he'd ever return back to the upper echelons of Counter-Strike, but good to see him back and, well, thriving, playing some good Counter-Strike, has a lot of freedom in terms of how he gets to approach a lot of these rounds. He's the in-game leader. They don't have a AWPer, and just having some fun and games in middle.
Well, I guess if you want to wait for the molly anyway, do some gymnastics. Yeah,
and one of the earlier matches of the day, we did have Gamer Legion taking on Virtus Pro. Virtus Pro considered one of the high flyers in World Counter-Strike at the moment, and Gamer Legion being able to topple them. And I'm an individual who sleeps on Gamer Legion more often than not. I don't really put too much respect on their name. That might have to change if they, well, can bring that type of form A-core in magnificent form at the moment. So Gamer Legion showing that they can play some very solid Counter-Strike.
Testing Dark. There is that saved MP9, which could do some damage. He's taken down Exile, but the round falling in favor of Cloud9 for that 9th, as you prophesized.
Oh. Decent damage. Nafany breaks the flames.
Hey.
The Firewalker down to 7. Should be dead meat, and will be. Perfecto finishes him off. 3 rounds the difference, as we do see the guns now about to be purchased up for BB's defense. So Cloud9 with a good amount of control of this match right now. If they're able to secure this gun round, I think we'll see this continue to spiral out of control for BB.
Okay.
Perfecto with 17 kills, 14 for Boomich, 12 for Electronic, 7 for Axel and Hobbit. He's putting his legs up right now. He's having a bit of a rest. He'll be putting his feet up.
Well,
maybe his legs too.
They're attached.
He had quite the map in the previous.
Everyone will be talking about the Hobbit 50. It just doesn't rhyme as much, you know?
No, wasn't an arena match either for Hobbit. And wasn't part of the crowd favorite team. So,
a couple of boxes yet to be checked, but it was a performance nonetheless. Now just kicking back and looking to see this through to the 3rd.
Oh, betting out the util. So Axel, even though he hasn't been able to buy any ground, he's definitely been able to force out some crowd control utility.
And so can you help me understand Nafany departing mid here? Like, you don't know if they're there. They don't know if you're there. But at some point, surely that's a gap that you're able... Oh, they've got Zorti. I'm stupid. There it is. Okay.
Yeah, Zorti just watching that off. I think as well, if you can just signal the temple slip, and then your setup will have to change drastically. But to see the T's go for that, it's quite an audacious maneuver as the B pressure being applied. Is there a split to follow through?
They're really testing the Dark Defender. Danis.
Oh, perfect flash.
He's away. He gets away. And it's Zorti's AWP now spotted. He takes down Boomich on the A main side. Still has to keep that gap in mid-hell. And big one from Danis.
This is what I'm liking, a bit proactive. They're taking the fight. The nade scuttles at the feet of Hobbit for very limited damage.
I'd have loved that to have cleared the smoke a little more.
But it's
Chiron.
a 2v3 on the site.
Yeah. Can Chiron deliver? With Danis so low, it is going to really fall to that M4A4. Powerful angle. Bomb on its way. Axel on his way and does find the head. Danis won another one. A double kill from Danis. The 3rd was asking too much. but a winnable retake. Was a winnable retake. Now Zorti's in a bit of a world of hurt here.
I don't know about that Danis swing, because the rotation of the third prong was quite far away.
Right.
I understand that he felt that he was under pressure, but in that scenario, if he had waited and then they had grouped up, they would have at least had more of an opportunity to try and trade off of his death. Instead, it was multiple 1v1s that were offered up. I think very heads up as well to make sure they just toss the bomb across as opposed to just wide swinging through CT. So Cloud9, they get the 10th, showing some proficiency there, and it's just BB in a 2-2 split of the defenses, and couldn't manage a multi-kill as Cloud9 waltzed on in towards the site, so very well done.
Do you think that's one of the factors that differentiates a good from a great player, is their perpetual awareness of when it's right to be taking engagements and when it's right to be playing for those potential retakes and teammates?
I think that one of the issues that you have if you're Danis is in that situation, you are somewhat stuck in that position, right. So maybe worried that he'd be swung on, but he also was aware that the bomb was being planted, so he had a one-on-one. So, you know, you go through his decision-making.
You can see what led him to make his decision.
You could go, oh yeah,
sure,
I can see what you've gone for, but at that moment, you have the number advantage, you can wait for your teammate, you can try and do something a little bit more team-based as opposed to individual, but for Danis, he's the least experienced out of everybody on the roster.
And I think he spent the whole minute of that round feeling under pressure. You know, remember how that started, a flash and people knocking on his door early. Going through the motions then, RC9 looking to close this one out cleanly on their T side. So far, so good. 4-0. Zorti. He's been crawled on. Hobbit lurks close left.
It's like it'll be B again, and this is the right call. They've just started to drop back. They want to clear out middle, right? That mid pressure was applied. They're going to sweep through middle, but the timing is going to be completely against them. The B explodes as this smoke starts to fade over towards B main. Current doesn't see anything, doesn't hear anything, and here they come. Zorti will have to do some crazy combat AWPing, and the first does not land. Axel gets the better of him, and now they're out of position. Site completely smoked off.
Yeah, they're being outplayed here, aren't they? Just pulling him around the map. Chiron at the back of the site can't do anything to disrupt the plant. Waiting, biding his time. Hoping for some form of retake, but I don't see a kit. It might be in their interest just to have another go next round. Loss of Zorti early. The AWP going to be irretrievable, covered off by all 5 Cloud9 members. Yeah, and Chiron couldn't leave, of course. The rest will.
Just too many questions to answer for BB. And it was very quiet outside of B. The only place that they really felt any pressure or presence was middle that they didn't have eyes on. They come back together to do something team-based. They're trying to sweep through mid to deal with any pesky T's trying to take that space. They relinquish a lot of control. And Boomich on the hunt, up close and personal. He even shreds the head of Danis with that MAC-10. Oh, they're coming as well, Siren. Almost lose everything. Just one FAMAS of Nafany held on to. Maybe all the adrenaline of the previous BB looking a little flat here on number 2.
It's also like such a direct contrast when you look at this T side in comparison to what BB were laying down. Like, this seems like very well drilled. You can see how effective it is. You can see why people expect the T side to take the lead on this map.
Yeah, they're not feeling like they have any issues anywhere on the map.
Not at all. I mean, like, it seems like every round that smoke is going dark if they need it, and Hobbit, along with his squad, is finding space on B. You can have 3 there. Go for it. Oh, here we go. Some proactivity. Axel catches Nafany going for that push, and yeah, Siren needs to get the hell out of dodge. Ran on. A main lost. B main's pushed. Maybe Chiron could win this duel. Never mind. It's Danis 5-7 that does considerable work.
Lusting for more.
That could have been huge. It's, however, resulted in a frag from Electronic and a man up in this engagement.
I know one more had pushed over towards B, so they're aware of at least one player's position. They're about to note another.
Beautifully played.
And Siren trying to worm his way out, man. Gets caught by Axel. Eventually snuffed out. It is just Chiron. Position now noted. Final player resides over towards Connector. And Boomich, he's getting his trainers on. The leap of faith around the corner in towards A. The bomb will get planted. I'm sure Hobbit will come to pick up A main unless Boomich will just get it himself. Oh, they're worried about the long rotation back around the world. Chiron might just park the bus at Rugs here and save. That's 12 secure.
And a perfect run on this D side.
Yeah, and these rounds haven't even really felt that close.
No, not at all. Closest rounds being rounds 3 and 4 of this half. Managing to find a couple of frags, but yeah, still convincing scenes from C9. And Ancient looms just 1 round away now.
This was the opener. Good stuff from Axel here. Nice shot to hit. Important one to deal with Famous investment.
This angle, by the way, I'm writing that one down. Nice way to passively hold the A main push.
We know that one. We hear that one in Face It all the time.
I find Electronics monitor uncomfortably high, but you know, it's all personal preference.
Doesn't Electronic have, doesn't Elige have his far back as well?
Yeah, he does a full arm, an arm's length.
An arm's length.
Put Rops and Elige next to each other, that would be a...
Quite a contrast of settings.
Yeah.
I get you could get the close monitor crew, Zentares, Rops, Yakinda.
And you've got the Eliges of the world, the Electronics of the world, and so far... Ooh, what's going on here? Yeah, don't think you want to continue the boost after sound cue like that. Well, they will. They'll wander on through mid. It's very passive in middle for BB.
Yeah, they're holding on to their util as well. They haven't used anything to try and crowd control early, so they're about to get a bit of a surprise through camera.
We know it's possible.
Well, at least they should. A main pressure is what they're worried about now. They pushed out B, sector clear. Guys, you better be blocking real damn quick. Oh, it's a B split.
Okay. Chiron's got to consider it. Heading to Temple now.
This one's Jova.
Just like that. Great shot from Hobbit. Positioned, owns Chiron. One back from Nafany, but as you have said, the bomb on Boomich and the frags from Electronic. Going to be heading on into that site now. They know Danis is a B player. Electronic's on the search.
This is a statement here from Cloud9 on their map choice.
Yeah, I mean, certainly in contrast to Overpass, this is much more convincing.
And now it's about Cloud9 just closing this one down. Don't overcomplicate it. The bomb's in middle. It needs to rotate back. Going to go the long way around to B main to join Perfecto.
And they're not worried about Danis. They'll fight him when they find him, as they have. One not. The second Boomich hits this shot. As I feel like I've been saying for the entire series, Boomich hits his shots. There's not been a fumble. There's not been an awkward moment. It's beautiful play from C9's IGL. Let's go. Boomich and Electronic at the top of the tables with Perfecto as they force us to a third. Ancient required to separate these two, and one of them is going home.